Uh, well, here I am streaming again. Um, I'm checking out Restream dashboard. Um, Looks like it's working. Looks like I'm connected to everywhere. Um, I'm not messing around with well, I could bring up the chat client in the web browser. That's the easiest thing because I'm already logged in. There's not going to be a lot in here probably today, but who knows? You never know, actually. Um, that's about it, I guess. What have I got going here? Is this the GoPro zoom? Yeah. So I have this, I have this, and then I got a couple of zooms of each one. Um, that's amazing how bad of a webcam the GoPro is used like this, used on a USB tether. The software isn't very good. I wish they would put some effort into it. It would be such a great webcam with its functions more fully enabled. So I'm not sure what I'm doing here today. Just like usual. Um, Before I oh geez. Um, I went out and got some lunch. The same thing as last time. I got some chicken strips, and here they are. Honey mustard. So see if it's still fairly hot. It's pretty nice and hot, yeah. I guess maybe I should put this down here. All right. I went on a voyage of discovery today. I realized I might need my tire chains tonight. And I have a little Kia. Hello, Luke 11. Um, um, I only have YouTube chat, YouTube, Twitch, and D Live chat up. I guess. I guess I can't see anything else. No, it's chicken strips from the Safeway, which is a local grocery store. Well, it's not local. It's a regional. I don't know if it's the whole nation, but mm. So I have an old Cadillac, a '99, and I bought that when my '89 Caddy was damaged. And I also have a new Kia little runabout car. Well, I didn't get chains. It's really snowing out there, and I have to work tonight. And I didn't get chains for my Kia because I thought I had chains for my Caddy, and I could just put those on. Okay. Well, I just put Bitwave chat up, so um, I have at least that up anyway. I have Bitwave and chat. I don't have Trovo chat up. Um, Not a lot of people come on that, but so anyway, so I didn't worry too much because I had chains for my Caddy. I thought so. Today, I got up. I went to put my chains on the Caddy because I figured, well, I could drive that to work, if there's a big snowstorm. But they don't fit. I have two sets of cable chains, and they're for my old car, and they do not fit my newer Caddy. So I talked to my boss previously and asked him if he had chains for the car I drive at work. And he didn't. I'm kind of telling this story out of order. But mainly, I said, well, I ought to see if I can get chains for my Kia, since I don't have any tire chains. So I went to the auto parts store here local in town, and I thought, well, there's no way they're going to have them in a snowstorm, but they miraculously did. So I bought a set. So then I asked them if they wanted my old chains for my other car that I don't have a fit to, and they said sure, they could maybe pass them along to someone if someone desperate. So I went to see if they fit on my work vehicle first, but they don't. So I took them back to AutoZone, and I took them back there and said, okay, well, you can have these. Honey mustard is good. And then I kind of decided. I thought briefly about getting rid of some old junk that I have in the garage and stuff, but during a snowstorm is not a good time to do that, really. But I was so tempted. So I'm kind of warmly dressed. I'm wearing a turtleneck and a shirt over it and thermals under it, and um, um, it's pretty warm. But uh, These strips are a little smaller than the ones from yesterday or whenever I had them last. It's my last one here. I guess. So I don't really know, like, I don't really know if um, what am I talking about? It's turning red here and there. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see what this is. This is something I can close, right? Or can I go back to the dashboard? Like here. This should tell me, like, technically if anybody's watching. Oh, that's interesting. Well, as far as we know, we're coming on. Where are you at? Oh, right, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's so roads are further now than they were, but now it's starting to snow again, so I don't really know. I'm going to go in at the time. Um, weather is really bad, and it's a lot of snow. Just go home, and I'm going to wait until daylight to might be. Well, I'll send all everyone know anything right now, though. As of right now, as far as I know, everything is normal. But put it the car blocked this football kind of blocked by surprise. So the freeway going up or coming down or something is was blocked earlier. That's what Kyle told me. And I don't know. He doesn't really know for sure, but as far as he knows right now, everything is normal. But I wouldn't be surprised if everything's late. So I will do that. No problem. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Well, everybody at work is worried about the weather, which, it makes sense. There is about, I don't know. I mean, it's not that much on the roads. I didn't like the roads look pretty good right now. Like I was just out in it getting chains just in case. But you can kind of see my, I don't know if I turn. That show anything? You can't really see. I'd have to take. Yeah, it's very. Really can't see. Uh, if you look there at the uh, if you look there at there's like a table outside. You can see that it's got about 8 or 10 inches of snow on top of it. So. Uh, so I guess if I want to make this smaller, I can take this and I don't know, do this to it. But I don't know. Can't really see the snow that well. I mean, you can see how white it is out there. That's why it's mostly covered with snow, but it's real glary. From here, you can't see it on the camera that well. I don't know. Maybe I could uh maybe I could turn the filter off and you could see better. Uh um I'm not sure if there's a way to get it to show up better other than just yeah, other than just turning the filter off, I think that's probably the best bet. You can kind of see out there. Right now there's not snow falling. But you can kind of see it there at that view. Okay. Well, I could I could put my picture here and I guess it's kind of a nice view of the fireplace. Maybe I should leave it like that. So then I have this if I want to close up here, and then I have this, which is the regular webcam view. Not so good, pretty cluttered. So yeah, it's a funny scene because it looks like a virtual scene, but it's not. So yeah. Uh, there's Trovo. Uh, I probably have to log in, see that, don't I? Did not fill. Okay, fine. Okay. What the heck? Okay, now did it log me in? Did. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Well, I got some kind of something here. I guess I got all my chat clients up, more or less. Is that as small as this gets? That's the deal. Yes. Can't get any smaller than that. That's good enough, I guess. Um, so, and it's snowing again. Now it's snowing again. Last minute out the door to get chains. Boy, oh boy. Um, so according to let's see, where's my Restream dashboard? Oh yeah, okay. So according to this, I'm online. I don't know. I don't think I can link my Bitwave stream from here. I think I just have to type it in. Yeah. Like that. I believe it's working. Yeah, it appears to be. Guess it's all working. Well, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just sitting here doing nothing. I can shut this off for sure. Uh, okay. I guess that'll work. I don't know, I'm getting notifications. I'm looking at my I've got my um Bitwave chat on my tablet, so I can kind of see that. I don't know if the glasses help. They're so dirty. Worse putting them on, actually. I mean, my eyes aren't actually bad enough to really need. Oh, snowing up there in Arco? That's good to see you. It's good to talk to you. Um, yeah, we're having a. I've got a. Um, I wonder if I turn this light off. I wonder if I turn this light off, it'll actually help. Um, with the outside view. Makes no difference, really. I don't think really makes much difference. I've got like, I think I've got this light still on too. Yes, point. Might as well leave that on. Uh, oh, hey, somebody came in on Trovo, uh, which is it unlovable links? I don't usually see much activity on there, so I don't know. I guess over if I keep streaming more regularly, maybe I will. I don't know. Um, um, I've got to work in like 4 hours from now, less than 4 hours. So, but yeah, this is a weird time to be on Bitwave because I don't know, it seems like certain people. Hey, you're just chilling. Yeah, me too. I had to go out in the snow though today because I I I realized today that I don't have tire chains. I thought I did. Like I have an older car and a new car, and I thought I had chains for my old car. So I was going to drive that to work tonight, but I just discovered that my chains don't fit. They fit my old, like I had an '89 Cadillac that they fit, and um, when I got rid of that and got the '99 Caddy, it I thought my chains would still fit, but they don't. So I gave those away. Someone to maybe find someone that could use them. And um, I went to the auto parts store to see if I could get chains for my newer car. I have a little Kia Runabout, and um, miraculously they had some, so I got some cables for it, cable chains. So in case I need them to get down the street, uh, I don't know. I hear the highway up north is blocked. I hear part of the freeway up north is also blocked. So we'll have to see what's going to happen. Uh, some people on here are kind of weird. You mean the viewers or the streamers? I don't know. I haven't watched anyone on Trovo yet. I just added it on a list. Um, there was I use Restream.io, and I actually have a paid account there so that I can stream to a custom RTMP if I want. And so I'm on Trovo, DLive, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and something called bitwave.tv. Bitwave.tv/curvycom. It's the Wild West. It's kind of an uncensored platform. So sometimes I'll just turn all the big tech stuff off and just continue on Bitwave. Because you can pretty much do anything you want on there. I see my stream is turning red. I guess maybe I need to cut my bandwidth back a little bit. Let's cut it down to 2,000, I guess. I'm running at 4,000. Usually it goes okay. But let's see what happens. Running about 2,200 now. That turned it green. So yeah. You said you joined a stream and the guy was gosh, I won't read that. But well, there was nothing wrong. I guess you joined a stream. The guy was stripping, and the chat was talking about hentai. You were very confused. Well, there you are. I guess anything for views, some people will do, but uh, I don't know. It's kind of interesting that I'm also on a platform that has no censorship at all, but yet I never do anything. I never do anything. I don't say bad words, generally speaking. Um, uh, I mean, I might be inclined to let the topics go, or you know, whatever. I can unmute the chat if I'm in Bitwave. If I'm on Bitwave only, I can unmute the chat, and people can send emotes, and some of them can be pretty. Some of them can be pretty raunchy, but um, normally I have that muted. So the strangest thing, when Mixer was still around, people really got pretty wild on that, and I was actually kind of surprised because it was a big tech platform, but people would pretty much say anything in chat on that. I guess because you could be not logged in and chat. But you know, other platforms you can do that. I mean, you can say pretty much what you want. I mean, you could conceivably not be logged in on Twitch and make comments. I don't know. I'm actually not sure. Twitch is getting so restrictive though that you know, there's certain words that if you say them, you can get suspended, or they'll turn your stream off or whatever. It's ridiculous, really, at this point. But I mean, I don't know too much about Trovo as far as what it focuses on. Like, seems like it has a lot of gamers on it. I don't know where it's kind of new, I guess. I really don't know. Like, and I don't know why, you know, Restream can restream to it, but it can't capture the chat for some reason. Like my Restream chat client can capture like what's this? Periscope? Is it Periscope? I'm also on Periscope. Periscope, DLive, YouTube, Twitch. It can also copy my chat to my Discord server, and it can also show me what's being typed on Facebook, but I can't type back to Facebook. It's read only. So I think that's right. Like, is that Periscope? And what are these links? So there's links on this. Let's find out what these are. Yeah, so this is a link to... Yeah, I just clicked a link to... It links to your... It links to your stream on... So then what's this then? Let me click this and see what it goes to. I guess this is Periscope. So... But I guess it captures the comments. Log in to comment. I'm not logged in. Or am I? That's all I got to do, right? Did that work? Okay. Periscope is discontinuing on March 31st. We are grateful to you for going live together and being part of this community. Move to Twitter to continue watching and broadcasting. Okay. Well, that's new, I guess. So Periscope is going away. Twitter's going to have its own live streaming, I guess. I'm not sure what the difference is. It's already part of new login to Twitter from Chrome. That's me. I just did that. Okay. Let me see if that's something I have to respond to. Was this you? If this was you, you can ignore this message. Okay, fine. That's what I just did. Okay. Right. Okay. Sure. So let's see. I guess I can shut that. I guess I can put this back to size. I can close this. Yeah. So, yeah, I guess Periscope is a thing of the past. But Periscope is a thing. It's part of Twitter, though. I mean, you even log into it with your Twitter account. So I guess I don't know what their plan. I don't know what their plan is, or why they're changing it. But evidently, it's going to be gone in March, and Twitter is going to have live streaming. That's interesting, I guess. But they already have Periscope, so I don't know why they wouldn't just keep that. But weird that I'm getting in on Periscope right at the end of it, where it's just about to disappear forever. But I'll see, I'll see if, well, actually, I should kind of look and see if, let's see what, so it says Periscope by Twitter. I'm already signed into that. Is there, Daily Motion has streaming, but I don't think I'm allowed to stream to Daily Motion. I don't think I'm big enough. LinkedIn also has streaming, but I can use. I don't see anything like. I don't see anything from. There used to be two different ways to log into YouTube, but now they've kind of collapsed them into one. So, and I haven't gone to my YouTube stream yet and monkeyed with my settings. I suppose I could do that. I was too lazy to do it yesterday. So some moron MBA wants to spend a lot of money rebranding Periscope. I assume that it's something like that. It's weird that they would even bother, though, you know. But still snowing out there. Not snowing hard, but snow. So, yeah, that's me using my GoPro as a webcam. And you know, it's a good image, but you have absolutely no control of the camera when using it as a webcam. The only thing I can do is I'll show you. I can change its I can change its I can make it wider angle like that. So that's one thing. That's what I can do. I guess it's fine for a scene like that. So the zoom is going to look like that. Actually, looks pretty good. That's actually not too bad an angle. But so if I want to put a face cam on this, I could guess I could do this too. Whoops, wrong button. Can I make this bigger? A little bigger. There. I'm not sure what's... I think that's okay. I'll put it there. So yeah, I can do the super wide angle like this. I can do something called linear, which is this coming up. There you go, like that. And then I can do something called narrow, which is what I had before, like this. Just like that. And, you know, for something like this, I might as well leave it on wide. Gives you a nice view of the whole room. And it doesn't look too cluttered. It could look worse, you know, considering what's there. But I could go with still no one, a couple people watching on Bitwave, but no one, there's no troll comments of non-logged in people, and I guess there's no one commenting right now. Oh, somebody just commented. Howdy. Howdy, you trolls. Put this here so I can see it better. Yeah. Had to run to get tire chains today because I discovered that the chains I had for my older car, my spare car, did not fit it. So I went to the auto parts store and I said, I'm sure you probably don't have chains in the middle of a snowstorm, but if you do, I want a set. And they did. I was amazed. So at least I got some chains. I got one set. I got one set for the front wheels. That ought to be good enough. I had four. I mean, I had four for my other car, but see, I thought I have this old Cadillac. It's a 99. And prior to that, I had an 89. It was kind of a relic. It had been my dad's. And I bought the 99 when I was in a parking lot and I was hit by a parked car pulling out of a parking lot. And I took the insurance money and I got a 99 Caddy, similar size and shape. And I just kind of never really thought much about it, but I thought my chains would probably fit the newer car, and they don't. So today when I was thinking about going to work, I thought, well, maybe I should put my chains on the Caddy just in case it's going to be, the roads are all covered with snow tonight. And I went out there and tried to put them on, and both sets were too small. So I took those two and I donated them at the auto parts store. I said, here, find someone that maybe could use these in an emergency and I'll buy a new set. And I did. They had them. First, I tried to see if they would fit on my work car because I have like a car. There's a company car at work that I use for certain things. And so I thought, well, if they fit on that car, maybe I'll just give them to work. But they didn't. They were way too small for that car. That car has gigantic wheels for some reason. And so I got a set of cable chains for my little Kia, and it's like it's such a small little set. It's tiny. I probably won't need them. I'm I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be needing them, uh, but in case I need them, I have them. So, uh, because there's almost a foot of snow on my table there, you can kind of see in the image, and I've got my I've got my GoPro. I turned it around and pointed it outside to my back porch so you can kind of see the snow building up there. It's pretty hard to see though. It's kind of glary out there. I mean, I can see it pretty good with my eyes, but um it's pretty uh it's not really all that it's not really all that cold out though. Let me see, like it's 30 degrees. So it's cold enough where the snow's not melting. So let me see. Let me refresh this puppy and see what. It's kind of saying there's not going to be any more precipitation later. But, and it's going to get in the 20s, but in the high 20s tonight. So it's not going to be that cold. But I will have to be careful when I get on the road. I kind of have a I kind of have a dual job because um, well, what's this notification I'm getting here? Uh, oh, Discord. Well, okay. Is that a private message? I'm not sure what that was. Oh, go back to Bitwave here. I'm not really monitoring my Discord, but I think my Discord will give me an alert, I think, on my tablet if I get anything on there. I think, I don't know. Am I logged into Discord on my phone? Yes, I am. I might not have notifications turned on it though. So, yeah, that's possible. So, guess I need some more soda. I went out yesterday and got plenty of soda. I got lots of it. Um, because most of my things are charged up, really. Uh, all right. Well, well, hanging out here. Well, let's look this up actually. Since I've got everything in the world up here. I could use my phone for this. Let me see here. Um, okay. Okay, let's see. Okay. Here's how you can go live on Twitter. Oh, I see. So you can stream, but Twitter has stream to Twitter and Periscope via live stream. Go. Um. Uh. Okay. Oh, mobile devices only. Integration with Periscope. Hmm. Well, it's interesting. Maybe they can. Maybe they'll be featured in Restream, and maybe they won't. It doesn't matter. I've never gotten a single comment on a Periscope stream anyway. Um, I don't really get any engagement there. I don't know how to really. I don't really have any like I don't have a presence on Twitter. I may have like 11 followers on Twitter, which I've probably had for over 10 years, and I've probably never tweeted hardly anything. Uh, but I don't know. Most of my tweets are just automated tweets, so they're just like, "Hey, I'm live streaming." So, you know, I probably have 11 followers that are probably not actually even following me. Who knows? They may be gone. Uh, um, yeah, back when Twitter was new, like it was just starting to get to be a thing. Um, they it was sort of popularized on a late night show called Red Eye, and all those guys were getting Twitter, and so a lot of their guests were getting on Twitter, and it's amazing. I actually talked to some of them. Uh, Little brush with greatness, I guess, but that was in the early days, and I never like tried to get a following. I really wouldn't even know how to get a following on social media, you know. Um I mean, you have to make a lot of comments. Back in those days, people were just like taking pictures of their dinner or talking about what they're waiting for their plane to take off or whatever. They weren't really uh not as many people were making political comments, but then it became like really political, but it was pretty free for all, so it was actually pretty engaging and interesting because um, back in those days, people could pretty much say whatever they wanted. I mean, they had rules, but they enforced them evenly and honestly, not like they do now. So, um, uh, I will say I kind of like of all the people that the bigger like creators that disappeared or that are gone or that got deplatformed. I think like Leafy, I probably miss him the most because I really got quite a laugh out of a lot of the stuff he did, and um I wish he would go to another platform. I mean, he did go to Storyfire, but Storyfire's gone, and he really hasn't made any videos there since the Google fiasco. He made one rant about Google, and then he made like a couple of videos after that about stocks or whatever. And I think he, uh, I think he uh, is not really all that interested uh, in making videos anymore. Possibly, I don't think he really cares. But it's too bad. There's a guy that has a channel that's archived all of his old videos, and it's been on BitChute for a long time. And he says that he will give Leafy his channel if Leafy will ask him for it, and Leafy could continue doing his Leafy thing there. He would be huge on a platform like BitChute that doesn't derank people, that basically has a neutral algorithm and it just feeds people stuff if it's more popular. So just naturally stuff rises to the top. It's pretty interesting. If I make a video, like an actual video or even a stream, if I make something and put it on YouTube, because I'm a nobody, I may get like 10 or 20 views or maybe 100 if it's really something. But I don't get a whole lot of views. But if I put the same thing up on BitChute, and I mean, I have 250 or so subscribers on YouTube, but if I put the same thing on BitChute, and I only have like say 8 subscribers there because I'm not an active content creator, so I don't really have much on there. But anything that I put on BitChute gets 10 times as many views as it does on YouTube, and that's even given that I have less than 10% the subscribers. I have like 5% the subscribers on BitChute that I have on YouTube, and it's got a much smaller user base. So the fact that I get so many views, it gives you a kind of a feel of how most ordinary creators are deranked. Because I'm hearing that same thing from other creators that are much larger too. And they think it's just because they're larger and they're being shadow banned or whatever. And that may be true, but basically, regular creators don't get recommended, even if they have an interesting video that people would like, and then it's starting to get some traction. It's not going to get much traction if you put it on BitChute where there's just a neutral as far as things go right now is there's just like a neutral algorithm. I think I mean you really get 10 times as many views. So um now that's not true of big YouTubers like say Styx Hexenhammer or something like that, but he has, 500,000 subs on YouTube. So most people do watch him on YouTube, and but his videos are also on BitChute and several other platforms, also Rumble, Dailymotion, etc. And when he makes a BitChute exclusive, that he gets quadruple the amount of views that he normally gets on BitChute because most people just don't bother. They just listen to him on YouTube because that's where they know. But once he's got extra content on BitChute or some other platform, he says he's going to start making videos exclusives on some other platforms too. So that'll help out those platforms, and that'll help him out too because his alt tech platforms or where his alternate platforms or whatever will be um, promoted by that. I mean, he actually grew to be over 100,000 subs on BitChute, and he did it partially by promoting it and making exclusives for it. So if I ever care to do that, it would probably help me too a little bit. I mean, if I'm not really, I mean, I'm not a content creator, so I very rarely make an actual video, and I don't really, I mean, it's not a thing that I do. I don't really enjoy editing video. It's a long, drawn out process. It takes forever to do things. I mean, um, I end up working a lot when I make a video. If I do a lot of compositing, I do a lot of stuff in OBS because I already know it. So I can do a lot of stuff in one pass, or I can do something on a live stream and I can just record it and then I can edit it into a video later, put a little intro and outro on it and upload it. But when I do that, if I upload it to YouTube, it gets maybe 10 or 15 views or something because I'm pretty much a nobody creator. And if I put it on uh um if if I put it on BitChute though, it'll get 100 or so views or more, which is really strange considering I probably only have a few. I only have like 8 subscribers on BitChute. I've never done much on there, so uh, Well, you know, Trolley, I think about it because I let my dreads grow out for about a month, and I actually want to kind of I kind of wanted them to grow out for a while so I could kind of move them a little bit, like make the front ones slightly bigger. So if I start in the front and kind of work back when I tighten them, I can actually make them bigger. And the ones in the front, and so they would kind of all move a little bit toward the back. And I've been just too lazy to do it, so I've put it off now for 2 weeks, and it's going on 3 weeks now, and I have to work tonight, so um, I work these 2 long shifts each week. They're rather long. Um, so it's kind of like getting 4 days of work in 2 days or something like that. And I have a little time in between them. It's kind of like Tuesday and Thursday, but I'm pretty tired in between that time. Like I just want to rest up and not do a whole lot of stuff on Wednesday. So, um, yeah, I just heard today that Periscope is going away. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to using Restream anyway. I'm not sure I'll be able to um, stream to Twitter. Not that I care really, but I mean, I just, like all of these platforms, uh, you might as, I mean, if you're using Restream anyway, most of them are free to restream to, so you might as well just add them all in if you want. I mean, why not, Why not add them? But I'm pretty lazy, so I add a couple here and there. So I've got like 6 or 7 right now that I'm streaming to, including Bitwave. No more Scott Adams videos. Now I don't know who Scott Adams is, uh, but uh, by the way, that's not a virtual scene. That's my porch, so you can kind of see the snow on my table. There's a big pile of snow on my table out there, and it is still snowing slightly. Not very hard, but you know, looks like there's about 8 or 10 inches of snow on there. So it started sticking to the table first because that table is glass and it's really cold. So, but yeah, there's still some snow falling, but it's not falling really hard. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm not sure what's going to happen tonight. Can't go build a snowman. uh, so I could build one on the table, I guess. That would be interesting. Maybe I should. Maybe I should go out there and build a snowman. I'm still wearing my thermals from when I went out earlier, so uh, yeah, let's do that, okay? You can watch me do it, because I'll just leave the camera where it is. I'll put my boots back on. Put my jacket on. I got some regular gloves here. Those on. Make a snowman, and then I should come in and have some hot cocoa. Well, it's not the best snowman, but it's something. I have a headset I could have worn, but I didn't bother. I think this computer has Bluetooth. I could have probably set my ear pods to it. But, or done the Logitech. But Scott Adams videos, he's the guy that does Dilbert. Oh, did he pass away or something? Uh, hey, naughty pastor. Well, I'm supposed to be working on it actually, oddly enough, and I'm too lazy to, so I'm just sitting here streaming and showing the fireplace and the snow outside. I built a very bad snowman on top of the table, which you can barely see from the angle there. I don't know if if I increase the contrast, I wonder if that would help. Wonder if you'd be able to see it out there. So let's see. Does this have the which one has the filter on it? Not this one. Here it's the GoPro. Full. Oh, there's the full. That's the GoPro on its widest possible angle. And then here it is zoomed in. Let me see. Do I have a filter on this? No. Where's the filter? The filter is on... I think this is the one that has the filter, right? Okay. Could maybe, if I increase the contrast and turn the brightness down. Let me see, that's default, right? You don't really see much difference outside. I don't know. Good question. Good question. That doesn't really make it look any better. Yeah, you really don't see it any better that way. So, I'll turn off the filter, I guess, there. Doesn't really help that much. I don't know, with my eyes I can see it pretty well, but the camera, like, yeah. Yeah, you know, and see, the trouble with using the GoPro as a webcam is it's a crappy webcam because the software that the software that you interface with it, it doesn't give you any control of the camera. So all the great features of the GoPro that you know that are available when it's used as a standalone camera, like none of those are available when you use it as a webcam. So you don't have control of the white balance. You can't even use the regular Windows controls. At least not that I've seen. There doesn't seem to be a way to use the standard Windows webcam controls to manipulate it. They're all grayed out. So if I put like a Logitech webcam out here, I probably would be able to adjust it perfectly. But yeah, the webcam feature of the GoPro is kind of an afterthought, and I think they were more experimenting with it. It's still in beta, so they don't really have a lot of there's not a lot of support for it. So, there's only so much you can do with the standard view. It's really washed out, I mean, you can see just from the picture in the room that it's still a better camera than your average webcam. But, there's my webcam built into the laptop. That can only do 720p. So, and I'm using that as a face cam now, but yeah, you really can't see it very well. But yeah, I'm not really able to like it, even if I add more contrast and monkey with the brightness a little bit, it doesn't seem to really help that outside view very well. So I'm getting email notifications. I don't know. Now it's still snowing. Uh that snowman is pretty pathetic. I'm gonna call it George Washington. Well, well, thanks. You seem like a good guy too. uh, yeah, I'll call him George Washington. It's kind of an inside joke, but maybe I'll explain it at some point. But um, no, I could it's because it has to do with abstract drawings of things. There was a symbol in Portland, Oregon, like a like a street sign or something, and it was actually like a silhouette of George Washington. And my wife thought it was some kind of a fish. Like she didn't really know what it was. It didn't register with her. And she does not have a normal brain either. Like basically everyone I know is either have brain damaged or has some weird brain an abnormality or something. So got a lot of friends like that for some reason. I don't know how it happened. Seems pretty random. Like I don't put an advertising out like here, be my friend if you have brain damage, but it just seems to happen. So but so now whenever we see like some weird symbol, I just say like it's George Washington. So Now, that looks like George Washington wearing a very heavy coat on his way to cross the Potomac. So, um, but it kind of looks like it could be like an old-fashioned guy with a big coat on, and he's kind of looking out that way. You know, maybe he's wearing a scarf and he's got like a face covering, like you know, like a scarf around his face or whatever. Kind of looks like that. Um, Somebody said build a snowman, and so I actually went out and built a snowman on the table because I had about 10 inches of snow on the table there. So I said, well, I could pile that up and make a snowman. So I did. Well, I'm not looking forward to driving around in this snow tonight, but I don't know. According to what my boss said, it doesn't look like it's going to be snowing later on tonight, so might be okay. So I don't know. Um, yeah, I can't even make myself work on my hair. I really want to do it. It's something that I should be doing. It's going to be a pain if I let it go too much longer, though, so I'll have no choice here soon. Um, but, it's strange because it doesn't really look too bad. It's not like too horrible on top. So, I don't know. If I just get started on it at some point here, maybe even if I just do a little bit of it, it'll make the ones in front bigger, and then as I do them, the ones in back can get bigger and they can move a little bit toward the back, and um, might be might be good. I don't know. I didn't really live stream my entire dreadlock process. I did start doing that, but I sort of I did it for like 3 or 4 episodes, and then after that I didn't stream it anymore, and I worked on it periodically. It took me about 5 months to finish it because I didn't work on it steadily. So it took me like, yeah, to do all this, it took me about 5 months because you can't do a whole lot of them. So I was kind of making extensions onto my hair. I was building them individually, so out of frizzy extension hair, which is pretty cheap. It's not real hair because real hair is super expensive, but you can buy these huge things of hair for just $1.50. So it's much cheaper. But I wanted it to be, like a decent length. So I started working on it in late January of last year. And then I kind of worked my way from the front to the back. And I made the very good decision to make them bigger in the back, which I'm so glad now that I did. I wished I'd made them bigger in the front, um, which is why I'm kind of in this situation that I'm in now. But I wish I'd made them bigger because they're easier to maintain and they kind of more take care of themselves. Um, but that's just kind of um, it's just kind of the trial and error of doing something like that. This is not my first time doing this, but um, I had other dreads that I had cut off. I I had dreads once, like say 5 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that, and I cut them off and then I put them back on. I saved them, but the latest ones I have now, I used a different kind of hair, which makes them much lighter weight because the extension hair that I used originally was straight, and this stuff here is frizzy. It's naturally frizzy, like just much like my own hair is, and so that makes them much lighter when you make extensions out of it. So, um, but they're all like hand woven, and so each one takes, if you start at the base and start constructing it out, it really each one takes an hour or an hour and a half to do. So it's no small matter to get one done. So sometimes I'd do one or two or three in a day, and then I'd go several days without doing them. And then just over time, I just started, I got more of them done. I could wear them down and it would look okay in the front, and then it would even look okay in the back. And then I had sort of a little bit in the back, and I just kept working on it until I got done with it. And um, took me about 5 months. So All right, I'm back. Well, maybe there'll be less contrast out there now. I don't know. Is it better if I turn that? No, the light helps. The light does not help at all. Okay. I don't know. Maybe I should have some hot chocolate instead of drinking like iced soda in the middle of the winter now. I don't know what I'm going to do at work. Oh, I was just down there too. You know, I could have gone in there and flipped the heater on so it'd be nice and warm when I got in tonight. But that's okay. I'll just have to deal with it when I get there. I'm probably going to go in a little early just in case. If I get in there at 7:30, I can make sure everything's ready for whenever the papers do arrive, and then whatever I hear, um, uh, well, uh, I don't even know if anyone's listening right now. Um, I'm not sure why. Sing Electric Avenue because of the dreadlock guy. It's it is actually Eddie Grant, right? Um, yeah. I mean, I could be Millie and Vanilli also, I guess. Um, I get that a lot. The dude from Korn. Um, uh, yeah, I'm looking at all the chat. I'm not seeing anything. Stop playing like you ain't Eddie Grant. um, I feel like Eddie Grant was more handsome than me. You know, like better looking. You know, that's all I'm saying. But uh, I don't know. It's someone on YouTube. Oh, hey John, John, Johnny O. Wow. You've never been on my streams before. There's usually not a lot of people on here because I never do anything interesting. But it's good to hear from you. It's good to see you. This is what I'm doing today. Now, I've never done this before, but since it's snowing, I've got my GoPro pointing out the door so you can kind of see my snowman that I just made on the stream. And by the way, I'm really disappointed in the webcam performance of my GoPro. I bought this GoPro Hero 9 on a Black Friday sale, so I got a good deal on it, but its webcam functionality is very weak. I mean, you can kind of tell from the picture that it is a pretty good camera. I mean, it's very rich in the colors and everything. It's very warm, and but you basically have no control of any of the camera's awesome features when you use it as a webcam. You can't zoom it. You can't change the way it focuses. You can't change the white balance. You can't do anything. There's no remote control of it. And see, that's where Logitech does really well, is that its cameras are pretty cheap, but its software control is really good. So, in my office, I have a C615 or something, and it just has so many. It's got all these automatic settings, and then you can manually change everything, and it's really pretty good. So you can really see in low light conditions and bright light conditions. And what about a security cam? Like, could I use a security cam as a webcam? Probably. I don't know, but I didn't buy the GoPro to be a webcam, but I just thought that was a nice extra feature. But once I actually tried using it as a webcam, it's pretty underwhelming. The camera itself can take a 5K video, but as a webcam, it can only be 1K, so 1080p is the max. And it can do it doesn't look too bad, but it doesn't, you can't adjust it. You can filter it, like I'm using OBS, and you can filter it. I mean, you can tell it's a good camera just from the default settings that it has, but there's no way to adjust it for low light conditions or whatever. I mean, you can use a filter on it, which I've got in OBS, so I can brighten it up a little bit and change the contrast a little bit. But, I mean, the GoPro itself is a wonderful camera, and it has so many features, none of which are available when you use it as a webcam. I mean, I can't even use the physical zoom. So if you use it with a phone and you need one that has smell-o-vision, yeah, that'll be the next best thing. I wonder if there will ever be like something like that. I mean, there have been things like that since the turn of the 20th century, like in when 1899 became 1900, that century. There was some kind of smell telemetry sort of invention that they were working on back then. And the trouble is that there are so many different smells, and there's not like really a primary colors of smells. So, but I probably shouldn't have gotten this camera. I probably should have gotten a mirrorless DSLR and just gone with the big camera with the lens thing. And, you know, if I was going to spend, but I mean, that can really get you into the, you know, this GoPro on a sale cost me 400, normally five something, I think. Um, and, you know, with a good DSLR, you know, mirrorless DSLR, I mean, with a lens, you can end up paying around, you know, with because you need if you want to use it for live broadcasting like this, you need to get a capture device of some kind. And you know, by the time you end up doing that, you end up spending around couple. You can spend a couple of grand if you're going for 4K. And if you really want 4K, you could just get a Logitech Brio for $200, and you know that's fine for streaming. It's actually really good. It's a better quality camera, and the Logitech software I think will extend its functionality just like it does for their cheaper cameras. Um, I know, like I know uh, I helped a church set up for live streaming, and they got a Brio. It's about $200. It's kind of expensive for a webcam, but it streams 4K over USB 3 and gives you a really high quality image, which means you can zoom in on it and it won't be too grainy, you know. And it has its own zoom also, and then it has, you know, focus. You can focus it manually and automatically, and it's got all those other settings. And they just need, you know, GoPro, if they want to appeal to the live streaming crowd a bit. I feel like they could. I feel like they could just devote a little bit more attention to the webcam interface, the webcam software interface, and or make sure that what the driver that they build is compatible with like Windows generic webcam software, because Windows has all like a lot of the settings that like Logitech will use in their proprietary software. Windows has most of those settings. It's just that Logitech has a thing where it can do them all automatically. So that's pretty amazing, actually. And you know, the old Logitech webcam that I have, the C615, it has a pretty good microphone in it, and I mean, you can't even access the microphone of the GoPro, and GoPro has a good microphone built in, but there's no microphone function, so I can't even use the microphone built into the GoPro when I use it as a webcam. So I'm not sure if I hook it up to a capture card using the Media Mod, which I don't have right now. I don't have either one. But you can get a thing called a Media Mod for it, which is sort of a little wrapper. It's got mounts on it. You can put lights on it. It has a fancier microphone, and it also has a HDMI out. And if you use the HDMI out, though, I think you can still only get 1080p to stream out of it. So that seems like a horrible limitation of a camera that can actually do 5K recording to an micro SD. So I got a micro SD for it, of course, and I don't even have an extra battery with a charger, that, you know, because I don't take a lot of video, so I haven't really used it much for anything. I just thought it would be nicer to have a better camera, and if I could use it as a webcam, that would be all the better. But it's not the best webcam, really. Yeah, if you're still there, John, I mean, I go watch your videos every once in a while whenever you post anything new. But it's nice that you drop by. I've tried to stream more often lately, although I'm not doing anything specific. I'm just usually I just sit out here or sit in the office and talk. Occasionally I'll play a game, but I hardly ever do that. Um, so, how long? Oh, I'm sorry. How long have I? How long have I been? How long have I been on Bitwave? I don't know, 3 months, something like that. Uh, Playing the piano, I haven't. I've streamed piano sometimes. I really should be doing that. I was trying to make like do a short piano stream every day, and you know what? I still haven't adjusted my YouTube settings. Um, YouTube is always misconfigured when you start streaming, and I usually have to go in there and adjust all the settings so that it'll be right. And I was too lazy to do it yesterday, but um, yeah, I was playing with that the other day. That's kind of why there's some equipment sitting on top of the piano. You can kind of see a little pile of stuff. Um, I've got probably the right microphones that would work okay to stream the live piano, but I've got um, I've got I also have a Roland A88 in the other room, and it's hooked up to a software piano that's really good called Pianotech, which I've had for years. They just came out with a new version, so I have to upgrade it now. But um, pretty decent, and sometimes I play on that. But I don't know. I played a little bit the other day. It wasn't exclusively a piano stream, but I played during it, and um, yeah, someone's got the smell-o-vision. Uh, um, but yeah, I don't remember how I found out about Bitwave. I guess I was just hunting around to see if um, I was hunting around to see if there were any alt tech streaming platforms. So um, and I just happened to find there is one called Bit, not BitChute. It's called Bit something though. I can't remember. Um, this is Bitwave. BitTube. BitTube. It's changed hands a few times, but it's still around. And I know they have streaming on there, right? Or they did. You have to get verified to stream, which means you have to open a wallet and register it with them. Uh, but I have never gotten around to doing that, so it didn't used to be that way, but that's how it is now. I think I've done some of the work necessary to move toward that, but I never finished. And yeah, BitTube, it uses like how BitChute uses peer-to-peer to serve up videos that are more popular. So it doesn't need to have like powerful servers like YouTube because it's not centralized. So it does host its videos, but if it's more than just a single viewer, like if a bunch of people are viewing it at the same time, then it uses peer-to-peer technology to serve up the bandwidth, and so the bandwidth is shared between users. And BitTube uses something similar to that, but I'm not exactly sure. But it's like net directory file system or something like that, where it's got distributed, it's got a file system, but it's distributed across the whole internet. So like any user that's using it will have it's basically distributed all over. It's distributed. So just like with BitChute, the bandwidth is distributed between users. BitTube uses some other NFS system that makes it more economical to operate. So yeah, I've actually experimented around with this. I would have to move some microphones around. I was trying to do it without doing that, but I don't have any microphones that don't. I mean, I don't have this microphone here, for example. It's recognized as a mono stream. And for some reason in OBS, you can't pan a mono stream. That makes no sense to anyone that's ever done any sound engineering. That makes no sense at all. But yet, that's how it is. So, if I go to like advanced audio properties and I look at the settings for this mic, yeah. See, I'm also looking at the the GoPro. It has a great mic in it built into it, but it can't be accessed. It can't be accessed by the. It can't be accessed by OBS either. So there's no using that mic either. But yeah, you'll see like for the desktop audio, there's a balance slider to left and right, but it's a stereo feed. And for the mic, uh, there basically is no pan. Even it's a mono signal, and even if I click mono, even if I click mono on it, um uh it doesn't make any difference. It still doesn't become panable. So basically, it's a mono source and it goes over both channels, and there's no way to pan it. And that's even going into the Windows sound device. There's no way to pan it there either. So um, without an external mixer that has pro audio capability, which evidently um, um, OBS doesn't have. um, it's a shame, really, too. I really like OBS, and it certainly has come a long way in the last few years. So it's much more usable. It hardly ever crashes. You can add and remove devices while it's running, and it won't freak out or stop working or whatever. It refreshes devices, and you can kind of see my snowman now that it's starting to get dark out there. If I flip my lights on, does that make any difference? Oh, you can tell they're on, but it doesn't really change the scene out there. My little individual Christmas lights out there. That's basically my porch light out there. So, looks very nice. I think it's great. But anyway, yeah, uh, uh, I don't know. I guess I'm going to say goodbye for now. It's about 6 o'clock. So I guess I'll see you all later. There's the old picture that my daughter took back in 2000.